Hi, it's Matt Bisogna here, and as promised, I just want to show you a quick sneak preview of the latest additions to the Geegeez race cards. Now, these are currently in test, and we're nearly where we want to be with them. Obviously, when we first put them live, there's a chance there'll be a few things that we hadn't spotted, just because there'll be a lot more people using them. But we hope you really like them. So. As things stand now in our test environment and soon live on geegeez.co.uk, you'll see a whole range of blue buttons if you're a gold subscriber. And I guess the key new one is this horse tracker one here. I'll come to that in a minute. Before that, I just want to highlight a couple of new tabs, or one new tab in particular, on the race card. So I've just chosen a card at random tomorrow, which is the 115 Ascot, and you'll notice our dear old tabbed system along the top. We've got a bit more space here, so it could be that we add a few more things in the future if time and funds allow. But for now, the thing I want to share with you is the new odds tab. Now, this is the kind of thing that you'll have seen before. A similar layout with blue indicating backed horses and pink drifting horses. You can sort by fractional or decimal odds. You can sort by best odds. We have this best odds column on the right hand side, which assimilates all of the data. Sometimes it's a bit difficult, especially in bigger fields. It's a bit difficult to scan across the columns to find the best odds for the bookmakers for each of the horses. So this is a new feature unique to Geegeez, which I think will help in that regard. All of the columns are sortable. You can sort by the odds and the name, and that's one of the new features that's coming. With each of these, if you want to say you wanted to back King Cora with your Boyle Sports account, your Betfred account, let's say, you click the Betfred link and it will take you straight through, and the bet is there. So you just sign in, place your bet, and away you go. So no messing about. That's nice and neat and tidy. You will have probably already seen things like the pace analysis tab, which I think is a great tool. I still need to do a video on that. I'm conscious of that. I know a lot of you don't understand pace, because it's kind of a new concept in the UK, which is bizarre really, because it's an absolute fundamental of betting in places like Hong Kong, America, Australia. They just wouldn't place a bet without understanding the likely pace setup in a race. This is actually a really powerful tool, and again, this is data you can't get it on the Racing Post, you can't get it on the Sporting Life, you can't get it on At the Races or Racing UK. There are a few paid databases, expensive paid databases like Proform, where you can get something similar. This is the only place you can get this for what I call a working man's or an everyman price. And we're quite proud to offer that. And in the future, again, if time and funds allow, we're going to have some fun with this by really digging into the data. But that's for another day. You're familiar with the other tabs, the race analysis tab, which of course helps you see at a glance the horses best suited by conditions. Full horse form, my favourite tab without a doubt, and I think much underrated. It's a great way, this is probably a bad example race, but it's a great way to see how horses are suited to today's conditions. Today's going is heavy, and we can see that this horse, Cloudy Bob, has won on heavy from 2 starts. We can see that at the distance he's run 8 times, been second twice, third 4 times, and so on. That you can really filter a horse's form by the relevant conditions of a race. So if you've shortlisted, say, 2 or 3 horses in a race, then do come to the full horse form tab and really drill down into their past performances, and you'll get you'll get a very quick snapshot of how well suited they are to today's conditions. So that's the full horse form. The cards obviously you're familiar with. Now then, the other thing, you will have seen these reports in another video. The other thing I want to introduce you to is the horse tracker, and we're actually going to change that button to just say tracker, because we don't just track horses. As you can see, we actually track horses, trainers and jockeys, but this function goes a step further than that, because it's now a full search engine as well. So let's say my good friend Julia Fielden, say I wanted to search for her, I can click the search button, and the search results tells me there are no horses, there's one trainer and no jockeys. So if I click the trainer tab, we can see Miss J Fielden is here. I can then click on Miss J Fielden and it will open a new window, and I can review her past performances. If I want to add a horse or trainer or jockey into my tracker, which is on the right hand side, then I just click the add button, and in this case the trainer will be added to my trainers list. Now I already have Julia Fielden, so let's go with another one. Let's try, well, why not Paul Nicholls? We'll punch in Nicholls, do a search, the trainers come back. A Nicholls, D Nicholls, P Nicholls. P Nicholls is the one I want, so I'm going to add him, and you can see my trainers is now 4. If I click on that, you can see they're all listed there, and then in the bottom window you can see my trackers runs. I haven't got any horses in the tracker, so there are no horses due to run. Even if I had horses in the tracker, if they weren't declared, they wouldn't be in here. Trainers, I've got 4. Jockeys, I've got 1. My jockey is Shelley Burkitt. I've just been using her to test, and if I click on jockeys at the bottom, I can see that she has 3 entries. 2 of them were today as I record this, which is Friday, and one of them is on Saturday, on the previously very good group class performer Lou Haif, which is having his first run for the Fielden stable. I know they're very hopeful that he's going to be a good horse for them, though possibly not first time up, but they hope he'll be a good flag bearer for the stable in the coming months. Clicking on the jockey or trainer or horse name will bring up a window with further details, and clicking on the race time will bring up another window with that detail in it. So it takes me straight to the race in question, and this is the 3:45 at Lingfield. And that's it really. It's just a really good way of storing your... that's not quite it actually. There's one other thing that I should have mentioned. So if I go back to the jockey window and click this this 3:45 race, you'll notice a couple of things on the race card which again are unique to Geegeez. You can see, I hope, to the right of each horse, trainer and jockey, there's a little grey star in a white box, and if they're on your tracker, the grey star is a gold star, as in the case of Julia Fielden and Shelley Burkitt. So if you've got a horse listed, or a trainer or a jockey listed in your tracker, and you're looking at the race card, you'll immediately be able to see that horse, oh, Shelley's riding that one, right, okay, let's have a look at that, because they're in your tracker, because you rate those trainers or jockeys, right? So it's just a really easy way of personalising these race cards to how you'd like to have them. If you want to add a horse or a trainer or a jockey, say I wanted to add Strictly Silver, I can just click the grey star, add Strictly Silver to your favourites, okay, and that's done, and that's now yellow. And if I go back to my tracker, I can look at the horses, and you can see I now have one horse on there which is Strictly Silver. I can remove that horse by clicking remove there, or I can just click the gold star, and it asks me if I want to remove the horse. If I say yes, it's removed from the race card and it's removed from the tracker. I now have no horses, and that is the new tracker function, which I think is well, I hope you like it as well. I really love it. I'm excited about that and really looking forward to sharing that with a following wind early next week, so around about the 20th or 21st of January. Okay, it's been a slightly longer video than I intended. I hope you think the new functions are good and will be valuable to you. This is Matt Bisogno saying thank you for watching and bye for now.